Hello, my fellow human, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for anyone that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, today we are getting a message of love. No, I did one of these not too long ago, but I was called to do that with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. So we're going to find out what comes through. So Source, what is the message of love today? What is the message of love today? Oh, okay. So we've got two cards. We'll just leave those out. We're going to read those from the book later and see what they say. Okay, let's find out from the dice. So, Source, what is the message of love? What is the message of love today? What would you like us to know? What is the message of love? Okay, so we've got the fourth house Pisces energy, and we've got Neptune. So a lot of water. I like to see a lot of water when we're doing a love reading, right? Because it's the emotional side of us, and love should be emotional. There should be emotions involved. There should be a lot of feeling involved with love, but oftentimes we might not have the best of feelings involved with our love. Let's see. Let me make sure that... There we go. What do I see here with this? We're talking about something that's close to home, right? And it feels very secretive. It feels very hidden within you right now. It's not something that you're actually seeing clearly or seeing it coming in as well. We'll definitely get some more information as we go, but this is talking about family roots, right? Family cultural roots. So love right now, your love life has been or is being affected by your family lineage, like what it is that you grew up believing was acceptable in love, what it is that you grew up believing that you deserved in love, and what it is that you saw as the relationships that were closest to you, whether that was mother and father, mother and mother, father and father, or your caretakers, grandparents, aunties, uncles, whoever it was that you saw relationships was absolutely affecting all the relationships that you've had up until this point. With Neptune, we see that there's a lot of illusions at play here, right? There's a lot of things that aren't being seen clearly. And with Pisces energy, we feel that there could be a lot of guilt that comes from that, a lot of blame, a lot of betrayal, a lot of miscommunication as well, I just heard. But there's this energy of not being able to see clearly what is the path of love that's right for you, because of these emotions that are very much buried beneath the surface into the subconscious, and they're actually playing out within fears. So this could be a belief right now, like maybe you don't have your person and you're like, oh, I'm never going to get my person. Okay, or maybe you do have somebody in your life and you're like, well, this just doesn't feel like the person for me. I'm glad they're here. I'm thankful I have this connection, but there just feels like there's something off, or it feels like we could be closer together. And it feels like that you're actually in this energy. Yeah, you're actually in this energy of holding people at arm's length. Like there's this fear, if I let someone closer, there's going to be a lot of hurt and there's going to be a lot of misuse of my emotions is what I'm hearing. So let's see what else comes out. So Source, what is the love message today? What is the love message? Thank you. May I please have one more? What is the love message today? Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we have, yeah, all right, that makes so much sense. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. We are talking about a broken heart. There's somewhere along the way that you've received a broken heart, and it's playing a huge part in your journey right now. And we have the Page of Cups. And we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. It's interesting because this is very similar to that energy that I was saying. It's like believing that I'm not worthy of love, like I'm not worthy of the love that I desire, like all the love that I connect with is very immature, like they don't share their emotions with me. You see how he's covering his cup with his cape here? And we're never sure, right? This looks like his hat, but he also wears this band around his head, so this could actually be the cover to the cup, much like the Queen's. And we see here, though, that he's not even sure what's inside of his cup. He's offering it, but he's not holding on to it very sturdily. Like, he's just kind of like balancing it in midair here and like hoping for the best. And so we see this energy that's been surrounding you where it's like very difficult for you to draw close to people because this heartbreak that you've experienced in the past, and he is facing towards the past. I do feel like we will gain some more clarity from these two cards as well, but it's just an energy of feeling afraid that there's actually the possibility of meeting your soulmate or meeting someone that's meant to rise with you in this life, to grow with you in this life. And with the Nine of Wands here, we see this energy of, it's almost like such a huge fear that it's becoming a sort of sickness in a way. It's like a sickness of no one loves me. I'm not lovable. Believing you're not loved. Believing you're not ever going to find love, right? That's the sickness. It's the mentality. But you see here, it's based, the actions that you take are based in that fear and based in arriving at that belief and thus continuing to manifest these very shallow connections into your life, which is frustrating when you're connecting with people who aren't on the same level as you. You know, what else would you like to say here, Source? A message of love. You know, and I know we always want to hear these very bright, beautiful things of love, but really, if we're ever going to connect with the people that we're meant to connect with, there is a need to heal. This card just flew out. We have not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, and frustrations. Like, I can't make the energy up. It is a very clear energy that's coming through here. I'm going to get one more of these and then we'll move on to a different deck. What else would you like to say here, Source? What more can you paint the picture for us? Okay, this one. Okay. And on the bottom, we have Coffin. New beginnings, liberation, reborn and transition, and tragic endings. So we see that there's an opportunity to be reborn here through something that has been incredibly tragic, something that's been even toxic. Let's find a shadow aspect of this reading. What's the shadow aspect of this reading, Source? Thank you. On the bottom, like, we have crushed. You are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Okay, so you could be wanting to manifest love, but you're not facing the actual hurt and the pain that you've gone through, not grieving the loss that you've experienced. Yeah, we have roll the dice that flew out. Take a chance, risk, a leap of faith, and strategy. So right now, I feel like the strategy here is for you to deeply heal from this connection or from whatever it is that you went through when it came to this last connection that really broke your heart, so that you can realize that you are enough, that you are worthy of love. On the bottom, we have signs and synchronicities, coincidence, signal, hint, message from the universe. So Source is already coming in and saying this is absolutely a message straight from me. I do feel like you've also received other signs and synchronicities about the same message. Like, I don't think I'm the first one that you're hearing this from. And I do feel like there's an exasperation that's coming from that as well. Like, again with this message, when am I going to get the person in my life that I want in my life? And Source is saying, like, how could you ever attract someone that sees you as enough when you're still feeling like you're not enough? We attract what we are, right? What we think we are is what we attract, and we can never attract something outside of that. Look, love yourself first. Coming out on the bottom, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Look, I cannot make this energy up. It is so strong coming in. Let us see what comes through. We have seduction, attraction, teasing, hookups, and date, third party, and temptation. So I do feel like this is what you've dealt with in the past, is people who have tried to seduce you into having a connection with them, into building something with them, and they weren't actually committed to that connection, and that's where the betrayal comes from. Like, we have anxiety coming out, stress, depression, panic attacks, and restlessness. Okay, so right now your love life is being affected by early childhood traumas that are playing a part, and that sense of betrayal comes from not feeling enough when it came to the people who are closest to you, and then also manifesting those types of people again and again in your life. And then we have the shadow aspect, fierce temper, has too many anger issues, dark moods, and abusive. So you could have dealt with someone who is incredibly fierce, okay? Someone who is very threatening, who was abusive, who was overwhelming. And this is something that you have to spend time grieving, because it feels like you've lost a part of yourself. And to grieve that part of yourself that you feel like you lost is what will make you feel whole again. Okay? We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So Source is promising you that you will find the love that you desire. We have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. But right now, for you to bring that love in, it comes from the self-love, loving yourself first, and letting go of that hurt and that pain that you received from the past. Okay, let's take a look at these cards really quick. So we've got Cobra. Actually, I think horses. Okay, fire is Cobra. Pause. Waiting. The inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher, and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I cannot make this up. I was literally saying that right before I came on to this video. When in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, it becomes this energy being a know-it-all and egocentric. To bring into balance, take a class or study. So I feel like this is something that you're studying. Maybe you don't know what it means to be loved or to love yourself fully, or that's something that you're learning how to do. And that's okay. You don't need to be manifesting love right now when you're really focusing on learning to love yourself, right? Focus on that first, and then love will come. It says horse, momentum, freedom, expansion, expansive energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive, that you can ride on its back toward any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, which is exercise, mental focus, which is meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When in balance, you can achieve anything and you never give up. When out of balance, you run away or feel weak. To bring into balance is strength training. So I feel like right now you're really connecting with this part of yourself to give you an opportunity to love, but there's always that essence of impatience when it comes to manifesting love. And right now Source is just saying it's so important for you to love yourself first, to remember that you are absolutely enough, and to let go of these intense energies that have had a hold on you for so long. You deserve so much more. Okay, here's a big energetic hug for you, because I feel like you need it. You are an amazing individual, and I feel like that should be the affirmation today. Leave a little horse emoji down below and say, I am an incredible, amazing, wondrous soul that is so deserving of unconditional love, as a reminder to yourself that you are, to claim that energy. And if this resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that being said, I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.